Hello and welcome back, guys, to the channel. Now this is simply a quick video with me explaining my doing a simple breakdown for you guys on my weekend trades, this weekend's trades on the VIX 75 pair, which is actually the only pair that I've traded, although I do have some of my insights set on this type of index. But I'm not really going to talk about that now because I didn't take any trade there. It's just my POI is still waiting for price to reach somewhere for me to look for entries in there. But without further ado, guys, before we get into this, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't, turn that bell button on for notifications, and let's get into it, right? So I was on the on a higher time frame bias, right, in the 4 hour. So I did spot this simple breaker structure, right? So this breaker structure, there's that POY in there, like this whole demand zone in here, and then the thing that I was just waiting for was this pullback to happen, and then see that wake of play in there to catch that move, right? To catch that move, enter with the smart money to grab all this move, right? So it's a very long ride up there. So with this demand zone, and by the way, before I explain about this, make sure that you did watch the Wyckoff videos, because this breakdown of the first trade is basically based on Wyckoff. So make sure that you do know what Wyckoff is, so that we can be actually together with whatever that I am gonna say in here, right? So I did have this POI. Now, the reason why we use Wyckoff is because we don't want to be those kind of traders who just their trades there, like their stop losses below the zone, and they're looking to target the highs, right? I mean, you can be this trader, it's all up to you, but for the way I teach you guys to be better than this, right? I teach you guys to be better than this. That is exactly why we use Wyckoff. Now, basically, this could just be a 1 to 3 ratio, right? Because you're using like this whole wide stop loss. Now, Wyckoff is simply there, to put your stop loss as narrow as possible to get that biggest RR as possible, right? So with price reaching this zone, we want to see that Wyckoff play in there, which is exactly what I waited to see, and lo and behold, I did see what I wanted to see, right? So we had this rally of price going down like real quick, and then lo and behold, we now have our stopping action, which is the preliminary support, right? The PS. So with our stopping action, meaning that price is now making a deep pullback, actually a deeper pullback than any that happened previously. So as you can see, within all this move, this was the biggest pullback, right? So that's our PS. Now, with the PS being created, we want to see that selling climax that comes to liquidate the PS. Lo and behold, we have this low that liquidates the PS. That's our selling climax with its pullback as the AR, right? The automatic rally. So with the automatic rally, we want to see this SC being liquidated by this move right here, which is the ST, right? So this ST comes here, and then this is the STB, right? The second ST, right? So the ST part 2. So after the liquidation of the SC by the ST, we now see the liquidation of the ST by the STB. I didn't label this, like it's not important because it's all in my head, so I do know what I'm doing. But this is the STB, and I did speak about this in the Wyckoff videos. That's why I did say that it's very important for you guys to see those videos before you get into this one, right? So with the STB, we want to see now the last or the final bearish move before that initiation of the bullish move, which is the spring that comes to liquidate the STB, right? So this is basically a transfer of weak to strong hands transfer, as you can see, in which those strong hands now go to create the sign of strength, showing you guys that the market is now reversing. It's shifting its momentum or its direction from bearish to bullish, and that is when we wait for the retest towards the unmitigated zone. Now, you could have had your first entry in here. I mean, it's not a sin to take a trade in here, right? So you could have had your first entry in here, or maybe a stop loss just below this here, or rather conservative or preservative your trade just here, right? So I was waiting for the original zone to be tested. Why? Because this right here, I mean, I did have an entry here, but it didn't stick. Why? Because I didn't see a clear break in here. This was a weak breaker structure, which is also an absorption move. So the minute I saw this indecision of price in here failing to break this high, I went out and waited. for what happened next, because I know that if price is going bullish, right, it's gonna break structure and test. So even if I exited in here and then price could simply just do this, right, I know there was gonna be a retest and there's my entry. So there's no hard feelings once you know what you're doing. Now, so lo and behold, I waited. Within waiting, price came to test the original zone. Lo and behold, that's my entry, my stop loss below the zone. And I was looking to target the overall highs through the high time frame structural bias, which I did use to actually look for an entry within this particular time frame, based on some rules that they're basically there for the mentorship stuff only, which is premium stuff. So I'm not gonna really speak about those rules right now. So lo and behold, this right here was my high time frame structural confirmation. So I had this low, like this very weak low here. So I knew that price was going to come here, right? Test this this supply and then see if price was going to break, or like reverse bearish and continue breaking lower, breaking structure lower. But that wasn't in my mind by that time. So I was basically looking for price to come in here, where this was my final target or my final take profit. So I did take this entry. Why? Because my high time frame confirmation did show me that this was basically a break of structure right here, because price went up, made a pullback, made this high, broke this high from this high. So with the break of this structure here, meaning that there was going to be a retest, right, a pullback into somewhere, in which this bearish move was simply that pullback. And then lo and behold, we do have that demand in which the pullback went into. So that was my entry in the 15-minute time frame, based on some rules which are exclusive for the mentorship and premium stuffs only. So, and yet again, if you do want to be part of that premium group, or that premium level of knowledge, guys, so you could just DM us on Instagram at official Green Pips FX, and all the information will be sent to you there. But without further ado, let's continue with the video. So I did take my entry here, and I was looking to see how price was going to approach this high here. So this high was my my final take profit area. So let's return this a little bit. I think I moved that. Boom. So there, right? So I was looking to target this high, but lo and behold, what's funny is that once price reached here, it didn't actually tap my take profit. But as I did speak in the previous videos, that I do take partials along the way. So up until here, until this break of structure here, I had already taken out 80% of the lots that I used. So it was just 20% running, which I did close after this change of character here, right? Because price came up here, made this indecision, failing to break higher, and then finally breaking lower, changing its character from bullish to bearish. Lo and behold, I did exit that trade, and I started looking for a bearish entry then, which is precisely this one right here. So I did have this change of character here with the Wyckoff play in the lower time frame. It was the 3 minutes and the 1 minute that I used for confirmation, which is basically not important, but it is what it is, right? So after this change of character here, price made this low and then made this pullback, breaking structure again. So with this, we call it this double break of structure, right? So once price breaks the first time and the second time, that move is finally initiated. Lo and behold, that's my entry, right? So after this break of structure here, right, because I could have simply taken an entry here after the pullback, but I didn't, because I wanted to see that that actual initiation or confirmation of price showing me that, okay, we are now bearish. So lo and behold, after this break here, and then after this break here, I was finally totally sure that we were pushing bearish. So I did just seek my POI, which was this unmitigated supply zone in here. Lo and behold, that was my entry, and I was actually looking to target these equal lows here as a sign of liquidity, in which price just came and tapped. So with spreads, it is what it is, right? So this take profit was actually tapped, but in here, it's kind of not, but that it is what it is, right? So this trade is actually closed. It was closed right here, like right below there. So yep, so there, this trade is actually done. It's not running anymore, and I can clearly see that it's, I don't know, making a pullback or reversing, but I'm taking a break out of this. I want to see how step index is doing. So that's it on this one, guys. This was just the breakdown of these 2 trades that I had on VIX75 for this whole weekend. Now somebody would just sit back and say, like, you just took 2 trades. You know, the problem of most of traders is that they like to have trades running all the time in the MT5s, which is something that, you know, it's very forceful, right? It's very forceful, and more often than not, it tends to backfire, making these people get a lot of losses, right? Because if you do analyze this, in the other side of the risk and reward ratio manner, this first trade was 1 to 25 RR, and the second was 1 to 10 RR, meaning that you're up 35 RR for the weekend. So if you're trading a $10,000 account, you're up 3.5K dollars for the weekend. You know, if you're trading $100K account, you're up 35K for the weekend. So, you know, it's all about risk and reward instead of pips. That I will always teach you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, turn that bell button on for notifications, and until the next one, guys.